a little trip and see. Take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me.
Son of War and Lowrider. So, are your foods natural? Well, they won't be for long. I'll explain how and why coming up.
Great oldies, Q106.
It's time for exciting Benton Rangers football action here on your high school sports connection, WQRL.
Here's Drone from the shotgun, back to throw. Looks, wings it out, and intercepted. Torres has it. Torres is going to score. Mark Torres to the house. Mark Torres, a 25-yard interception return by Mark Torres. The sophomore continues to impress, Justin.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Benton West City Subway, Weeks Chrysler Dodge Jeep Chevy Polaris and Victory in Benton, U.S. Bank, Martin's Restaurant and Catering, Kimmel Chaplain Pharmacy, Mr. D's Drive-In, SCD Ray & Sons Insurance Agency in Benton, Jesse Drew Rockin' Material, Dr. Simpson DDS in Benton, Wilkins Auto Body, All Stars and Stitches, Drew and Drew Attorney, Skibo Family Eye Care, Tim Millenbein at Edward Jones, Benton Junior Football Association, and Ren Lake College. Now, let's head out to the field and every action-packed play of Rangers football. Here's the voice of the Benton Rangers, Jim Muir and Justin Wyant.
A very pleasant good evening from Tabor Field in Benton, and welcome to Benton Ranger football action right here on your high school sports connection, WQRL. Thanks very much for joining us this evening. I'm Jim Muir. We're bringing you the play-by-play action as the Rangers meet the Sparta Bulldogs. This is Week 2 play here in Southern Illinois. This pregame show, the pregame report being brought to you by your Benton West City Subway. Try a $4 lunch from the Benton West City Subway anytime, all day. A 6-inch sub with a 21-ounce drink for just $4. With plenty of subs to choose from, that's your Benton West City Subway. Eat fresh. The Rangers enter this game with a record tonight of 0-1, coached by Jeremy Claudefelder. In his 8th year at Benton, the Rangers fell last week 40-6 on the road at Carterville. The Sparta Bulldogs are coached by Rob Kirk. He's in his first year at Sparta, and they enter this game with a record of 1-0. They defeated Duplo last week, 23-0. I'm joined tonight by both Justin Wyant and Travis Severin, who will be joining me here for the pregame show. And first, Justin, the Rangers looking to correct a lot of things after a rough start last week at Carterville.
Yeah, you know what? First of all, it's good to be back home. When you go down to Carterville, you know you're going to go up against a good team. They've got a great facility. They've got a great fan base. So it's good to be back home. Rangers are going to try to get back in the winning column here tonight against Sparta. Sparta's improved. They improve just a little bit every year, so you can't take anybody lightly, especially in our schedule the way it's shaped up to be every year. So you got to come to play every night, and I think this team will come tonight to play.
And Travis, certainly, Travis Severin alongside. He'll be working the sidelines here in just a few minutes, talking with Bob Banky about the Benton defense. He'll get an interview with both coaches at halftime. But, Travis, I think one thing we'll talk about tonight that could be a key in this game, Sparta's short on number. We talked with their folks, and boy, I think heat and humidity could play a big key in this game tonight.
Well, look at me right now. I'm sweating like crazy, and we're just up here in the booth. But, yeah, you're right. Look across the field, guys. I mean, Sparta, they don't have a lot of guys. They've got a good group of first-string guys, but if you look at the numbers Benton varsity has against Sparta, we've got about double the amount of players in a game where, what'd you say, it was 91 degrees a second ago. Heat, guys cramping up to play a big part tonight. Hopefully this is the last game of heat we have. Looks like the extended forecast, we might get some actual football weather.
91 degrees here at game time, humidity around 60%, so a muggy night here at Tabor Field, and I echo Justin's comments. It is really good to be back home. We love doing games here at Tabor Field. We play them all here if they let us. Justin, I think one of the things we talk about is that while we talk about the Rangers trying to correct, I think the things that we saw last week, many of those things are correctable. I think that the focus and just different things in this game, we understand Benton's had a really good week of practice, and I think really prepared for this game.
You know what? Before we do any of that, I want to say one thing real quick. Nobody's told me to say this or anything. Going into Carterville, we had some technical difficulties starting the game. The game didn't get started quite like we had thought. I had a really bad game that night. I just want to get that off my chest. My wife was gracious enough to point that out to me, and I agreed. So I want to apologize out there if I came off a little negative. I probably was. I don't like getting beat. I'm probably the most competitive person in the world. I still bleed maroon. I don't like to lose. But anyway, what was your question again? The
question was a lot of the things we saw at the part are correctable issues, things that Benton can improve on.
Absolutely. I think what we heard about the week of practice they had, too, is one thing that I'm impressed with so far earlier in this season. You know, they got their butts kicked last week at Carterville, but they went right back to it Monday afternoon on a holiday. They went back to practice. They started getting better right off the bat. We heard they had probably the best week of practice they've had all summer long. Everybody was there, mentally and physically. And the thing with the cramping thing, I think, that has to be taken care of Monday through Thursday as far as getting the liquids in you and getting the right food. But, yeah, everything they did was correctable, and I hope that they found the proper corrections and they come out here and show us tonight.
I had a chance to connect this week with Benton Ranger head football coach Jeremy Claudefelder. I know he's been keyed up this week in preparation for this game. He knows the importance of Game 2 when you enter with an 0-1 record, and we'll talk about that as we move along tonight. But certainly he's concerned about this Sparta team. He had a chance to watch the film and to scout them. Let's get a quick break. We'll come back to our Benton West City Subway pregame show. We'll have an interview with Benton Ranger head football coach Jeremy Claudefelder back in just a moment.
At Subway, we're seriously into veggies, just like you. So we get right to work every morning, selecting the best ones, rinsing, slicing. With this cool, crisp, colorful rainbow, your sandwich comes to life before your very eyes. A one-of-a-kind creation just bursting with flavor. We're all about finding unique veggies. And not just the expected, all kinds, like spinach and red onions. So come in and get your veggie on at Subway.
If you want a huge selection without a huge price, get to Weeks in Benton for the model year-end clearance event going on now. 2015s are arriving daily, so we must move all remaining 2014s. Find the vehicle you want at a price you can afford with 7 brands to choose from. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Polaris, and Victory motorcycles. Now is definitely the time to buy, as there will be huge deals on all 2014 models. That's Weeks in Benton, north of town but south on the price. Back to Benton Rangers football on your high school sports connection, Q106.
Welcome back to Tabor Field for our Coaches Report, brought to you on our Subway pregame show. We are joined by Benton Ranger head football coach Jeremy Clodfelder. And Jeremy, before we talk about the nice matchup in Week 2 with the Sparta Bulldogs, let's go back a week and let's look at the 40-6 loss to Carterville. It was one of those, if it can go wrong, it did type of games. Inopportune penalties, 2 drives stalling out inside the 1-foot line, an 80-yard touchdown call back. Still, there were some bright spots. I got a 2-part question to start with tonight. How did you approach your team after the Carterville loss, and what kind of a week of practice have you had?
Well, we approached the game as a game of, like what you said, missed opportunities, and the most frustrating part was it didn't have to be 40-6. We allowed it to be 46, and when we allowed it to be 46, Carterville made it that way. We had some things that we have to fix, obviously from a football standpoint, but also from a character and culture standpoint. So we had a long heart-to-heart on Saturday morning, and it carried into Monday a little bit. But the week of practice has been different. We've tried to get back to the culture that led to our success around here. And as far as the 40-6 goes, while we missed some chances, some of those things were certainly controllables from our own end, but other of those things were things that necessarily weren't in our own control either.
Sparta rolls in here at 1-0, a solid 23-0 win over Dupo, a brand new coach, and Rob Kirk. You've had a chance to look at the film and the scouting reports. Tell us about the Bulldogs.
Well, they're going to come in. They've been a heavy 2-tight team. They've got big tight ends, 6'3" and 6'4", nice long kids. Most of the time they're 2 tight ends with a wing or 2 tight ends with a flanker of some sort. They'll have one guy split out there, and they're usually in the I backfield. 2 really nice running downhill fullback type kids that line up in the I, and they also have a burner or 2 actually that they can put back there and try and get on the edge and run toss to. Most of their passes are sprint out, play action passes, but we're going to see a lot of lead inside zone type of stuff, power, quick fullback trap hitters. But they like to run the football most of the time, and that's what they like to do. And they do a nice job getting off the ball defensively. They look like a 3-4 team. They look like a 3-4 team that's not afraid to put a lot of guys like 5 down on the line, bring pressure. And their interior 3, and particularly one of their linebackers, are physical kids. Their interior 3 get off the ball really, really well.
And, Coach, every week in the 9-week schedule is a big game. Every week is an important week. But for teams that got out of the gate 0-1 last week, like the Rangers, puts a little bit more importance on Week 2. Certainly this is a big game, even though it's only the second week of the season.
Well, no question. You go back to last year, and then we've lost 3 straight. That's been a long time since anything like that's happened. And you can feel the tension around here, if you will, from probably the coaches. And the urgency this week, I think, was even a little bit better from a player standpoint. They start to get it and understand some things. So in terms of getting to where you want to, obviously, every game's critical. This one now is big. But anytime you get a chance to play at home, that's also big. It's your home opener for the 2014 season, and you just hope our fans are engaged and they can let that Week 1 game go just about as fast as we got to let that Week 1 game go, and all kind of go together and start our run now.
Certainly early in the season, when you're tweaking things and trying to find the right people for the right place, might be some changes. Any changes on offense or defense, and are you at full strength heading in this week?
Yeah, I think we're pretty healthy for the most part. We're ready to rock and roll. I just think we got to go out and execute and play with a little bit more passion and a lot more discipline, and we need to have more energy about ourselves. Not a lot of changes. We're pretty much status quo for the most part.
Tell us the keys to the game, Jeremy. What do you see are the 2 or 3 things that have to happen tonight for Benton to get that first win of the season?
Play relentlessly. We have to play relentless. That's what we have to do. We got to come out and we got to play with some passion. We got to play full of energy. We got to play like we've expected our kids in the past to play. We got to come out swinging, and we just got to go. We just got to go out and play. I believe that. And defensively, we got to tackle. There's no question about that. If we can get some opportunities from them, we need to go take them away, and then we need to protect the football. And we just got to execute and go out and play.
Health-wise, I know you had some kids banged up a little bit a couple times, a couple instances last week against Carterville. Everybody healthy going in?
Health-wise, we're really good. We also get Peyton Smith back in the linebacker core this week, and that's a huge plus. He brings a spark. He's a downhill player, so that's a benefit for us. So health-wise, we're absolutely fine.
That's Benton coach Jeremy Clodfeller. Jeremy, we wish you the very best of luck tonight against the Sparta Bulldogs.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Benton coach Jeremy Clodfelder on our pregame coaches report. We'll be back to Tabor Field with exciting Benton Ranger football action straight ahead here on our Benton West City pregame show following these very important messages.
Are you suffering from checkout counter shock? Does your register receipt reflect higher and higher prices? Are you tired of juggling a budget that buys less for more? Your Pekin Insurance Agency, SCD Ray & Sons Insurance Agency in Benton, has good news for you. If you insure both your home and auto with Pekin Insurance, you'll receive a discount on both, up to 30% on your homeowner's premiums and up to 15% on your auto premiums. It makes good sense to call SCD Ray & Sons, 439-7557, about an auto home discount, making a difference for you by going beyond the expected. Everyone has a lunch special, but what's special about it? At Mr. D's, you get great food at the best price, like the burger combo. A hearty, tasty burger, fries, and a drink for only $4.39. That's right, less than $5 for a full meal. Now that's special. Mr. D's has all of your favorites, from chicken strips with gravy to chili dogs to savory barbecue, even a tilapia fish sandwich. Wash it down with your favorite drink like a blueberry Mountain Dew or a milkshake or ice cold Pepsi. Try an ice cream cone for dessert. Mr. D's Drive-In on North Main, Benton.
Back to Benton Ranger football on Q106.
Welcome back to our Benton West City Subway pregame show here on Ranger Football, WQRL. Again, your Benton West City Subway. Explore the variety of good foods at your Subway, Benton West City Subway. Fresh Fit Choices certified by the American Heart Association. Try a chopped salad or your favorite low-fat 6-inch sub paired with apple slices and water. Good for your heart and for your wallet. Eat fresh at your Benton West City Subway. That's Benton West City Subway. They bring you our pregame show here on Ranger Football. Justin Wyant alongside, and we'll be hearing from Travis Severin in just a moment. He'll be connecting with Benton defensive coordinator Bob Banky. We'll get his thoughts on this game. And Justin, looking at this matchup, certainly a key game. We've talked about it many times. An 0-1 start is kind of a stubbing your toe issue, but you can correct things. You start out 0-2, and the percentages of getting those 5 wins really, really decrease. So this is a big game, even though only week 2. It's a big game.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, we're not going to tell anybody out there listening anything they don't already know. If you go 0-2, and then you're going into your third non-conference game, and a chance to get into conference play with a losing record right off the bat, our conference is one of the toughest in the South region of the state, maybe in the whole state. So you've got to get some momentum going. I talked to Travis earlier today. We need to go out here and we need to fly around and we need to score a bunch of points. We need to get some momentum. We need to get some of these young players some confidence going into Pinckneyville next week and then carry it over, because you got Heron right around the corner, and you know what Heron's got. They're going to be ready to play, and they're picked to win our conference. So if you start getting some momentum, start building some confidence, anything can happen when you're talking about high school football.
And certainly, Justin, we both know that the road can be a tough place in the Ohio division, and this is not a year when the schedule favors Benton. We were talking about that. It seems like we hit the road for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Then we got games on the road at Massac, at Harrisburg, at Heron. That happens every other year. So clearly, taking care of business on your home field is really, really crucial.
Well, I can speak from experience on that, because this is the same schedule we played my senior year. We ended up going 5-4. We missed out in the playoffs, but you can't dig yourself in a hole and expect to go to these places that have these great traditions and play a good game. There was some you just don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, my senior year we went down to Massac. It seemed like it was a downpour every game on the road we went, and we ended up losing to Harrisburg and Massac and teams like that. So you really got to get some confidence built up here and carry it over into that conference season.
what do you see as the keys to this game, Justin, for the Rangers to get out of here and even things up at 1-1?
Well, first off, I think the three phases of the game have to be executed well tonight. You don't have to execute perfectly, but you have to execute them well. What I mean, offense, defense, and that special teams. We saw how that can come up and bite you in the butt last week. You've got to execute on special teams, preferably, and get better at special teams tonight. I think, one thing Coach said, he wants to see their intensity. Fly around like your hair's on fire out there. Pick your teammates up. Not one guy tackling the football. Let's make it 8, 9, 10 guys tackling the football, and let's make good tackles. Let's get guys on the ground. And I think if you come out and play with some intensity for 4 quarters, not just 1, 2, 2.5, or 3. Don't get your head down. If something doesn't go your way, just keep building and keep fighting. I think this is a night where Benton can come out victorious.
And those keys to the game, again, brought to us by Heartland Office Supply.
Yes, Heartland Office Supply, just like every other week, from paper clips to office furniture. Heartland Office Supply is your one-stop shopping spot for all your office supply needs. Inkjet, cartridges, toner for copiers, file folders, envelopes, and custom order stamps. Heartland Office Supply has it all. Visit them online at heartlandofficesupply.com or give the good folks at Heartland a call at 435-4264. That's Heartland Office Supply, located at 111 East Warren Street in Benton, bringing you our keys to the game, Jim.
There's supposed to be a little storm system move through, but we think later after the game, just got a text message from our friend Ron Ellis, who broadcasts Marion games. They're in a weather delay in Champaign tonight, Central Illinois, and they're expecting maybe an 8 to 8:30 start in Champaign, then drive back home to Marion. So it'll be a late night, perhaps early morning for the boys from Williamson County tonight, and so we'll watch that as we move along here tonight. But as we said, this might be our last Friday night, at least for a while, where we're in this 90-degree range. Where they say next Friday night, maybe in the maybe around 70 degrees at kickoff, maybe a little lower than that.
I watched the weather, and they're saying after tonight, when the storms flow through, a cold front coming right in behind it, we're going to be in the 70s tomorrow. So we're going to go from near 100 to 70, and it's going to be good. I'm ready for the cool down.
The Rangers take the field here in their home uniforms, maroon jerseys, white numerals, white pants, maroon helmets. And I can tell they're very excited about being home here. They've got a lot of the future Ranger football program lined up down by the goalpost, leading them in tonight. And that's always a good sign. You've got 40, 50 kids out there with their jerseys on. That's your program right there. So it's good to instill that enthusiasm early on. And the Rangers are on the field here. Sparta also on the field. The Bulldogs in their road uniforms, all white, trimmed out in royal blue numerals and lettering. White helmets trimmed out in royal blue. Had a chance to talk with Rob Kirk. We are getting set for our national anthem here. Then we're going to move back down and chat with Travis Severin. So let's get in a 90-second break. 90 seconds, and we'll come back to Tabor Field and more of your pregame show here on Ranger Football, WQRL.
The Benton Junior Football Association would like to thank the following businesses for their support: Wyant Surveying, Abbott's 24-Hour Towing, Hobbs Services, Kurt Irwin Construction, AP Excavating, State Bank of Whittington, Q106, Pop's Barbecue, Positive Impressions, Midwest Excavating, Bit Brokers International, Aikens Auto Salvage, RLC Bit Service, Mid-Country Bank, and Gajewski Bulldozing. The Benton Junior Football Association thanks you for your support.
When it's time to make sure your teeth are in healthy condition, call Dr. Simpson, DDS in Benton to schedule your appointment or your child's appointment. Regular cleaning and checkups are part of maintaining your teeth for a comfortable, healthy smile. And if you're looking to brighten your smile, Dr. Simpson offers whitening too. When your teeth need cleaning, filling, crowns, bridge work, whitening, and more, call Dr. Simpson to make an appointment. 439-4364. That's 439-4364 for Dr. Simpson, DDS in Benton.
Hey, this is Coach Aaron. If you need screen printing, embroidery, plaques, or trophies, give the big man, Big Dave, a call at All Stars and Stitches in Benton, Illinois, 435-555-555.
All Stars and Stitches located at 418 East Main Street here in Benton. We're located a half a block from the Benton High School. Our regular hours are Monday through Friday from 10 to 5. We're located a half a block from the Benton High School. What was that number again, Coach?
435-555-555.
Back to Benton Rangers football on your high school sports connection, Q106.
You need a law firm who is willing to go and fight for you, whether you're in a divorce, accused of a crime, or if you've been injured in an accident.
I'm Brian Drew. My brother Jason and I's law firm was built on and continues to be run on fighting for our clients. We'll fight for you all the way through trial, be it in front of a judge or jury, whatever it takes. From Cairo to Effingham, from river to river, we're here for you. No case is too big, no case is too small. If it matters to you, then it matters to us.
Because when it really matters, hire Drew and Drew. Call 439-9406 or online at drewlawgroup.com.
Back to Benton Ranger football on Q106.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. We'll see if Travis is connected with Bob. Thank you, Travis. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. It's pretty wild down here on the field, but Bob and I have snuck into the locker room. And
we've not made that connection, apparently, so we'll just keep it here in the booth and get ready for action here.
Jim,
the
can you hear
Rangers
me?
and the Sparta Bulldogs, the captains for the Rangers out there tonight. Trey McDaniel, also Caleb Brock, and Cruz Hayes meet with the Sparta captains. Officials at 50-yard line. And
Jim.
Justin, let's look at the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Absolutely. Let's start on the offensive side for the Rangers. At center, number 56, Devin Siddiqui. At right guard, number 68, Ray Smothers. At left guard, number 65, Dalton Yates. At right tackle, number 63, Bryden Fitzenheimer. And at left tackle, number 71, Ben Pankey. At quarterback tonight, number 3, Caleb Brock. At wide receivers, will be Mark Torres, number 6, and number 2, Cole Richardson. Travis is sending me a text right now, Tim, saying he has Bob Pankey. Let's see if we can connect right now. Travis, do you have Bob?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello, Jim and Justin.
Go ahead, Travis.
Okay, hey guys. I'm down here with Bob Pankey. We had a little technical difficulty. We've worked through it, just like working through things in a ball game. I'm down here with Bob. Bob, week 2, we're back home. We take on Sparta. Give me your thoughts before we play the Bulldogs.
We're excited to be home, excited to be playing in front of a hometown crowd. Of course, last week, extremely disappointed in some things. Put that behind us. We focused on discipline, all week long, discipline in our technique, discipline in our mindset, discipline in the way we approach things. And tonight we're just ready to go to work. Bob, obviously, Sparta is a little better than maybe in the past. They win last week 23-0 against Tupou. They're excited. They got a new coach in Rob Kirk. They're ready to play. What are your thoughts about this Bulldog offense? Yeah, we're just going to have to come out and establish things early and put anything to bed, that any hopes they may have of coming out and trying to get a push or anything that they may want to do. We want to come out with a bang early and then establish ourselves and be able to carry it consistently through the whole night. That's our plan.
Have you changed anything from last week defensively?
Got a couple of scheme changes because there'll be a lot of double tight end stuff tonight, we believe, and so we'll do a couple of things differently defensively as far as scheme is concerned. But other than that, not a whole lot other.
Expecting the quarterback who was all conference last year to be back tonight, right?
From what we understand, he'll be in the game tonight, and we'll be ready for that.
Well, thanks. Good luck, and look forward to talking to you after the game.
Okay, thanks, guys.
That's Bob Pankey. He's the defensive coordinator here at Benton High School. Talking Defense brought to you by Whittington Church. The report each week with defensive coordinator Bob Pankey right here on Benton Ranger Football. Whittington Church knows the importance of teamwork, and they encourage you to be a part of a winning team at any of one of the many fine churches in our area. That's Whittington Church. Wishing a successful season to the Rangers and all the teams in our area. And guys, if it's as hot on the field as it is in the locker room, it's like 2,000 degrees.
Thank you much, Travis. And we've had the kickoff. We've got an injured player already, and Justin, in fact, the opening pursuit by the Rangers on Anthony Carter, the ball carrier for Sparta, is in the indication of Benton's. If they're fired up for this game, they gang tackle him, and he's not gotten back up yet.
No, he has not, and it looks like he took a helmet to the back of his helmet, and they're checking the upper body region right now. So while we got a minute here, let me finish these starting lineups. I think I left off with the wide receivers for Benton, which were number 6, Mark Torres, and number 2, Cole Richardson. Tight end tonight for the Rangers will be number 22, Cruz Hayes. Running back number 34, Clay Kelly. Your receivers are Nick Goffness, Jesse Van Horbeck, and Tyler Orr. Our defensive side of the football, number 22, defensive end Cruz Hayes. Number 66, defensive end Josh Goodwin. Number 76, our nose tackle, Gordon Piercy. Outside linebackers are number 6, Mark Torres, and number 34, Clay Kelly. Inside linebackers are 21, Tristan Stojanski, and 31, Jordan Kulik. and another inside linebacker is number 5, Nick Gallinet. Our corners are number 1, Trey McDaniel, number 2, Cole Richardson, and our safety tonight is number 4, Chase Owens. And our starting lineups in this Week 2 action are brought to you by Martin's Restaurant and Catering in Benton, located at 412 East Main Street. Martin's Restaurant and Catering is a longtime sponsor of Benton Ranger and Ranger Athletics. Stop by and visit Bob Martin like me and Severin did today for lunch. Check out their daily lunch specials and those very good homemade pies. That's Martin's Restaurant and Catering. They bring you our starting lineups here in Week 2 action against the Sparta Bulldogs.
Anthony Carter back up under his own fire, leaves the field. We'll see what his status will be, though. Took a pretty good shot to the head. Sparta takes possession at its own 25-yard line. And we'll check first on the quarterback spot. There's been a question there, and it is going to be number 10. That is Trey Greer. We understood that Cordes, and here's a handoff that goes to Seth Ferguson. He picks up yardage out to about the 32-yard line, picking up about 7 yards. But they'll be splitting duty between Andrew Cordes, who we understand one of the better quarterbacks in Southern Illinois. He has been out with a hand injury. We understand he'll be in some passing situations. But right now it's Trey Greer. He handled the quarterback duties last week. They'll run out of an I formation right now with Will Price and Seth Ferguson. Here's going to be Ferguson again, lowers his head, keeps moving, first down yardage as he takes it out to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, right now Sparta's just running right off right tackle. They're going to see if Benton's intensity is there. They just want to see if they can run the ball down or throw right now. They're getting pretty good yardage right off the bat. Good tackling so far by Benton. I just think they need to, you're going to start keying on that ball a little bit better, and surely enough, they're going to stop that run.
Sparta stays in that I formation. Seth Ferguson is the tailback. Here's going to be Ferguson again trying the left side, trying to turn the corner, and a big-time hit there by number 28 for Sparta, Will Price, the lead blocker on that. And he picks up nice yardage. Ferguson again out to the 46-yard line right now. Sparta's just done nothing but just run it right at the Rangers, and they move from the 25-yard line all the way down to the 46-yard line, so 21 yards picked up on the ground thus far. And they'll stay in that high formation with Greer as the quarterback. Here's going to be a handoff, number 28. That is Will Price, and he stood up near the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up third down and short. Third and short for the Bulldogs. It's going to be, they say first down yardage. No measurement. I thought they might come in and measure that, but they say no measurement. And they'll move the chain, so another first down for the Sparta Bulldogs as they are content to keep it on the ground here tonight in the early going. Why not? They're having success with it. Glad you're with us tonight. Ranger football here on WQRL. Sparta scored 23 points last week against Duco. Now in the game is Anthony Carter back in the game. He'll run out of that tailback spot. Here he is. He tries the right side of the line again. Sparta picks up nice yardage across midfield to the 46-yard line. The Benton, 47-yard line to the Benton 47. Just underway. We played 2 minutes here. And right now, Sparta on the move.
Sparta's just using their size right now, right out of the gate. You know, most teams are going to be just a little bit bigger than Benton. Right now, it just seems like they're a little bit bigger, and they're blowing off the ball just a little bit quicker.
High formation again under center is Greer. Here is a handoff to Ferguson. He pushes the ball forward and gets first down yardage, or near first down yardage. It was a second and about 7. We'll wait for the spot. It's going to be a first down. First down, Sparta. They continue to march down the field, and Benton coach Jeremy Claudefelder wants a timeout.
Well,
Sparta came to the line like they were going to run a play, and Coach Claudefelder had his team in a huddle.
That was a quick speech he just gave, and I'm sure it was pretty intense. A lot of up high tackling on the running back so far for the Rangers. They've got to get a little bit lower. They've got to get the legs whenever you can get the legs. They can't go anymore. You've got to get the legs and get them down on the ground. Everybody seems to be wanting to tackle those shoulder pads, and they're going to run you over. That's just plain and simple.
This timeout brought to you by STD Ray & Sons Insurance, where they have served your insurance needs for 103 years, since 1911. Regardless if it's health, life, personal, or business insurance, STD Ray will provide service, quality, and commitment. Stop by and visit John D. Aiken or Bob Ray. Give them a call, 439-7557. That's SCD Ray & Sons Insurance, serving Southern Illinois' insurance needs since 1911. Well, we'll see what the timeout for the Coach Claude Feller had to say to his defense. Under center again, it is Greer. Hands off to Ferguson, and Ferguson takes it beyond the 40 to about the 37-yard line. A time-consuming drive by Sparta. They've had the football the entire first quarter here. 9:12 remaining in the opening stanza. Sparta with a 2nd down and 7. You got to believe they're in 4-down territory. So they're at now at the Benton 37. They have not even looked to throw the football. It's been all on the ground thus far.
Yeah, that's one thing that worries me right now. We've got 11 men near the line of scrimmage right now on defense. If they see that, run a little play action, get a little tight end over here in the flat, it could go for a touchdown. I just hope the corners and safeties are ready for that.
Again, Greer under center. I formation. Here's going to be a handoff to Carter. Carter trying to turn the corner. Good pursuit that time, brought down. Nice pursuit by the Benton Rangers. In on that tackle, leading the way, Cole Richardson, and wraps him up. And that will be for a loss back to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. Again, you've got to believe that Sparta is in 4-down territory. We'll see how they handle this. Ferguson back in the game. Carter back to the sideline. Carter got his bell rung early on. First play of the game, the opening kickoff. We had a delay of the game just for a few minutes to get him back off the field, but he's back in the game. Again, they'll stay in that I formation. Here is Greer. Back to throw. Looks, got a man open over his head. The intended receiver for Sparta was Cody Jacobson, and incomplete. That was Sean Rogers on the incomplete pass, and that brings up a 4th down and 7. And Justin, in a game that's going to have a lot of big plays, here's our first one right here.
Yeah, it's a big 4th down and 7 here on the 38-yard line. What do you do? Do you punt, try to pin Benton deep in the end zone, knowing that they've probably seen the film last week and know about our troubles in the special teams? But no, they're going to line up and at least look like they're going to go for it.
Greer under center, I formation. Back to throw. Looks over the middle, wings it out, and incomplete. Benton takes over on down. So the Ranger defense bends but does not break. And Benton will take over on downs at its own 38-yard line. And I think right there we see something on that last 2 plays. We heard Portis, he's the quarterback, the guy with the arm. He did not take the field. He did time. You might think if he was, we heard a game-time decision, Justin, he would have been in on that particular series.
Yeah, you got to think if your big-time playmaker, sir, is in any shape or form to get out there and help your team, he was going to do it right there. So maybe he's not in good health tonight, and he's probably going to watch.
Caleb Brock is the quarterback from the shotgun. Single back is Clay Kelly. Wideouts both sides. Cruz Hayes near side. Here comes Rock to the outside. Turns the corner, lowers his head, and goes out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Pickup of 1. Will bring up 2nd and 9 for the Rangers as Benton on this opening play tries Caleb Brock to the near side of the field. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9. Clock running, 7:45 to go, first quarter action. No score, just underway. Glad you're with us. Ranger football here on Q106. Here's Rock from the shotgun. Going to be a handoff, Clay Kelly. Nothing doing. Clay Kelly may lose a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and Benton's going to be faced with a passing situation right out of the gate here.
Now, was it my imagination, or did you hear a whistle while he was running with the football?
It seemed like it. There was one. I'm not sure where it came from, but I thought I heard the same thing. 3rd down and 9. They get him back to the line of scrimmage. Pardon me, they're going to say a loss of 1, 3rd and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 for the Rangers. So back to that will be Rock. Wings it out, got a man. Oh, baby. Here's, with the catch, is Chase Owens. He takes it down near first down yardage, but it's going to be about a yard short. So we'll see what the Rangers do here. He's going to be about a yard, maybe.
I think with the lack of passing game so far from Sparta, I think, hey, why not? We're kind of one-dimensional. I think your coach is thinking the same thing. Let's line up here and go for it. If we don't get it, we know they're probably going to try to run the ball down and throw. We can stop them.
And Ben's going to go for it on 4th and 1. Gutsy call by the Benton coaching staff. If they actually run the play, they do. Here's Clay Kelly. Nothing doing. He stopped, and Sparta's going to take over in great field position. Clay Kelly tried the line, and nothing doing. He was stood up, and Sparta will take over at the Benton 45. So no game of field position for the Rangers on that play call. They go for it on 4th and 1, and can't get that one, and Sparta will take over in great field position.
One thing I'm noticing about Sparta's defense right off the bat is they're coming up on the receivers acting like they're going to bump and run with them, and as soon as Caleb gets in there and going to snap the ball, they break back and drop into a zone. So that's just something that the young quarterback's going to have to recognize as the game goes on.
It'll be Sparta again from that I formation. Here's going to be Price. Not much doing. He gets back, maybe gets a yard. We'll wait and see where the official spots that. Ben did a good job on that particular play reading. And Sparta has done nothing so far but just line up in that straight I formation and rotate the ball between Will Price and Seth Ferguson. That's it.
Yeah, if you watch Benton football in the mid-'90s, you've seen this play here before. That's all they're doing, lining up, running it right down the gun.
5:55 to go. We are halfway through the first quarter. No score. Again from the I formation. Here's Greer. Here's handoff Ferguson. Ferguson bounces off the tackle, lowers his head, and Benton does a good job in the pursuit and pushing him back. We'll wait for the spot. They're going to get him out to the 43. They're going to give him the pickup of a couple. But it's going to bring up 3rd down. And we'll call it a long 7. 3rd and a long 7 for the Sparta Bulldogs.
And I like the way our defense flew around that time. And, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys tackling Ferguson that time. It was about 7 or 8.
Big 3rd down play coming here. We're going to drop under 5 minutes. Here's going to be Greer to Ferguson. Tries the outside, got some blockers, got some room, turns the corner, picks up first down yardage all the way down to the 28-yard line. Seth Ferguson with a pickup of 15 yards, moves the chains, and Sparta keeps the drive alive with a 1st and 10 from the Benton 28.
I believe that was Anthony Carter.
Pardon me, the number 5 in there. They're rotating Seth Ferguson and Carter.
How many did you get?
15 for Carter on that carry from the 43 down to the 28. So it's 1st and 10. We're under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Sparta threatening. Here's a handoff, Ferguson, and tripped up maybe a yard. We'll bring up 2nd down and long 2nd and 9. Again, we'll remind you, we had got an update earlier that Champaign Centennial and Marion up to Champaign, and weather delay there, maybe an 8 to 8:30 start, we're told. Here's Greer. Hand off to Carter. Flag on the play. He has stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding.
First penalty of the game. And that'll move it back if this is a holding. It came in the area where you expect to see a holding call, and it is. Officials on tonight's game, Brad Bagley, Joe Burgess, Clint Cowan, Dave Holder, and Colton Woodside.
Young fruit, but it looks like, they've done an excellent job so far.
Unlike last week where I saw yellow in my sleep 2 or 3 nights this week, yellow flags flying.
Yeah.
And holding call on Sparta is going to move it back. We'll take it back to the 36-yard line. 2nd down over. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 19. 2nd and 19.
You got to think if you're Sparta, the way they come out and ran their offense tonight, they don't have a play for 19 yards. So you got to watch for something tricky here, maybe a reverse or something, just something getting back to the line of scrimmage.
It seems now like it's ball control and keeping in the middle of the field. There's a pitch out to Carter. He cuts back and a big hit out there for the Rangers.
Kelly.
That was Clay Kelly as he drops Carter back at the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 41. And another loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down and 3rd and 21. Big play by Clay Kelly.
I just went ahead and wrote that down right finally.
Clay Kelly's a rodeo guy. He's used to wrestling those steers to the ground like that. No problems with this guy. And another flag on the play.
Might have a false start
here. It will be against the Rangers. And that'll move it 5 yards. Take away 5 of those of that loss earlier. 3rd down now and 16. 3rd and 16. And we've got Corderson as quarterback for the first time tonight. Back to throw. Under pressure. Looks, wings it out, and he was hit and went down. Good defensive pursuit. Clay Kelly in on that play.
Got Clay Kelly along with number 73, Jeremy Clement, in on the big hit. And Kelly hit him right in the back, right square in the middle of the back as he was getting ready to throw. The ball came out like a duck. No go. It's 4th and 16.
So a big play coming up here. We'll see if Corder stays in the game. It's going to be a punt. They're going to try and play a little game of field position here, perhaps. And handling the punting will be Anthony Carter. He's done a little bit of everything. 5'5" and 150. He stands back at his own 49. He's going to punt it away. Going to try for the sideline, and heads up. Nearly kicked that one into the stands here at Tabor Field. We'll see where it went out of bounds at. They're going to play a little game of field position. And, Justin, going back to that 4th and 1 that the Rangers tried, I think maybe knowing Coach Claude Felder, who's been working with him for 8 years, I think that was the case of saying, hey, guys, I believe in you. Yeah. Let's go for it here and see what we can do. So,
he believes in our offense. He believes in our defense. He knows if we don't get it, we'll probably stop it, which we did. If we do get it, we're just building and building and building on that momentum thing that I talked about in the pregame, which we want to do. We want to build momentum and confidence for these young players. We got a lot of young players on the field, so anytime you can do that, I like it.
Net gain on that punt of 10 yards. The ball was at the 42, and after it went out of bounds, they marked it at the 32, so the Rangers really come out with decent field position. Here's Caleb Brock. High snap, winged it out, pass, caught. And that is Torres, and he's going to take it down to the 35. Mark Torres, the junior, 6'3", 180. He takes it down to the 35, 36-yard line. Pick up a 4, 2nd down, and 6 for the Rangers. 2nd and 6. Caleb Brock playing his 2nd varsity game. I thought handled himself very well last week for his first varsity experience. Here's a pass out to in the flats with some room. Block. That is Nick Goffinet, and he's near first down yardage. The Rangers think they found something out there on the sidelines. Just a little short pass out into the flats, and it's first down Rangers, and Benton gets his first down of the night.
What they're doing right now is they know the size of Sparta up front is something they're going to have to deal with all night, and it's hard to push those guys. So they're just trying to get the ball out in the flats to their skill guys and see if they can do anything with it. So far, so good.
Cruz Hayes near side. Here's a snap over the head of Rock, who just falls on the ball, does the right thing. And that will set the Rangers back. And just as Benton had something going, that will take it all the way back to the 27-yard line. That's going to be a loss on the play of 15 yards. And 2nd down and 25. They've got to get out by Steel City to get a first down here. 2nd and 25. Caleb Brock from the shotgun.
Look at Torres. He can go one-on-one right here. Just throw it up.
Nearly over his head again. Hauls it out. Got a man on the middle. Cruz Hayes. Cruz Hayes across midfield all the way down into Sparta territory to the 30-yard line. What a nice pass play. Wow. Caleb Brock threads the needle over the middle. Cruz Hayes holds it in stride all the way down to the 32-yard line. Wow.
What an arm that Caleb Brock has, by the way. He put that ball right in the numbers. All Cruz Hayes has to do is stick his hands up, catch it, try to get a touchdown. They got him by the shoelace, but I like it.
24-yard pass completion on that. Here is Rock back to throw again. Looks, got a man open. Over the left side is Cole Richardson, and he's down near first down yardage. So the Rangers moving the ball by the air tonight, and they have the football down to the 22-yard line.
You know what I like about the offense so far? Not one guy, but we're going to 5 different receivers already right out of the gate. That's going to spread the offense. That's going to spread the defense and maybe open up some holes for the running game a little bit later on.
Rock, single back is Kulik. Here's Rock back to throw again. Lots of time. Now he's going to run with it. Taylor still on his feet. Cuts to the outside. He's still on his feet. And down to the 12-yard line, but a flag on the play.
Holding.
Going to be a holding call on the Rangers. Caleb Rock picked up yardage all the way down to the 12-yard line. It was a 10-yard pickup. But, Justin, I like the fact that Caleb drops it back, nobody there. He recognizes there's nobody open, and he's got some pretty good speed as he weaved his way and picked up 10 yards on the play.
Absolutely. He's a good athlete. We've seen that in the past. The thing is, you don't like penalties, but that was a good penalty. The end came around and got ready to hit Rock right in the back, just like what happened to Sparta's quarterback. That's a good hole right there. That saves your quarterback some mileage.
And move it back, all the way back to the 37-yard line, so it'll be first down over again for the Rangers. First down and 24. Here's going to be Kulik with some room, squirts through a hole, and picks up yardage down to the 32-yard line. Nice hard-nosed run by Jordan Kulik as he made some yardage where there wasn't any, and picks up 5 yards on the play.
Defense was thinking pass, and that's just what it does. It opens up the hill a little bit. You're able to get a little bit more running room when you pass it around like we have been so far here in the first quarter.
It'll be Clay Kelly in the backfield. He's a single back with Caleb Rock. Rock from the shotgun. Another high snap. And Rock will fall on this one all the way back beyond the 50-yard line into Sparta territory to the 47-yard line. And so far, that's 2 snaps, and that will end our first quarter of play with no score. 2 snaps by the Rangers that have gone over the head of Caleb Rock. He alertly has just fallen on the ball and picked it instead of trying to pick it up. So Benton will take over, but they've got a mile to go when we return for second quarter action. We've played 12 minutes of football here at Tabor Field. No score, Benton and Sparta back after these messages.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
Tired of feeling just like another number at the big box store pharmacies? Kimmel Chaplin Pharmacy takes the time to get to know patients on a first-name basis, understand your needs, explain medications, answer any questions you might have, and maintain a great relationship with your third-party insurance, Medicare, or Illinois Public Aid card. Really, it's the prompt professional service and free delivery in the Benton West City area that really set Kimmel Chaplin apart from all the others. Kimmel Chaplin Pharmacy inside the Benton Medical Center on Bailey Lane.
Back to Benton Ranger football on Q106.
Welcome back to Tabor Field with Justin Wyant and Travis Severin. I'm Jim Muir. Glad to have you alongside with us tonight. And Justin, we talked about it at Carterville. One of the things that we've noticed at Carterville, even in the defeat, this team's got a lot of weapons and a lot of ways to get the ball out there and go. I think we've seen that in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you know what? The things that kill you sometimes are the small things that they've worked on all year in 7-on-7 drills all summer long. You know, too bad. You've lost 30 yards on bad snaps back to your quarterback in the shotgun. That's something that's correctable, and it has to be corrected now. And if it does get corrected, we can score points.
Well, Benton has been fortunate enough to recover both of those. Here's that Rock back to throw. Looks, wings it out, and tipped and incomplete. Intended receiver was Nick Goff and net, and that's going to bring up fourth down for the Rangers. So Benton squanders a chance there on the bad snap. They had the ball down. In fact, a penalty before the snap. Benton had the ball down to the 12-yard line. And the Then a penalty brought it back to the 22 to the bad snap, sent it back up beyond midfield, and Benton's going to have to punt it away. And it'll be Jesse Van Orbeck. Deep will be Carter. Anthony Carter for Sparta. Van Orbeck will stand at his own 35. Low snap. Here's his punt. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Hangs in the air. Carter.
Get a bounce.
And it will die at the 17-yard line. So a nice punt that time by Jesse Van Orbeck. It had some good hang time with it also.
The story so far, the first two games, we're moving the ball. When we get down into close to the red zone situations, just outside of it, it seems like we're finding ways not to score instead of finding ways to score. I think that's something, obviously got to correct that if you want to win games and score a lot of points. I know Jeremy Keller's mindset. We've seen him do it many years now. He wants the foot on the throttle, and he wants to score as much as he can.
Scoring update. Heron leads Carbondale 17-7, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless here at Tabor Field, just underway second quarter. It will be back to throw. That's Portis. He's looking, wings it out, got a man open, and brought down by a host of Rangers. Clay Kelly, first one there, is Will Price. Pickup of only a yard, 2nd and 9. The Rangers did a good job converging on Will Price and came out of the backfield.
I noticed that Portis now is pretty much taking last 3 or 4 snaps as quarterback. I wonder now if they see how one-dimensional they have become. They've got to do something else offensively, try to air it out just a little bit.
I think that's a great point because when Greer is quarterbacking, they basically are just simply run it. Here is a handoff to Price. He stood up, gained tackle, and pushed back, and he's going to get maybe a yard or two, but not much. Good pursuit by the Benton Ranger defense.
First one on the ball, and we got to mention this name right here, Peyton Smith. First action of the year. Hurt a lot last year, finally getting in there, 5'8", 155-pound junior. Good wrestler. He's going to make a good linebacker if he can stay healthy. He put the hit on the running back good that time.
3-yard gain. So 3rd and 7. Big play coming up here. 3rd and 7. And the Rangers hold here and get the football back. It'll be Portis again from the shotgun. Split back, slow snap, turns, loose over the top and over the head. Sean Rogers will bring up 4th down and 8 for the Bulldogs in a punting situation.
That was a pretty good, pretty well-designed play right there by Sparta. Had a little misdirection in the backfield. You had some wide receivers crossing. One of them got open, a little bit better pass, and we're talking about 6 points for Sparta, but air melding a little bit. They're going to punt, and Benton's going to get decent field position out of this.
It will be Anthony Carter standing back at his own 8-yard line. High snap, he loses a handle on it, goes over his head. He's going to get the punt off and manages to get off a pretty decent punt. It'll take a Sparta bounce into Benton territory to the 49-yard line, but credit Anthony Carter with a big play there, Justin. That had disaster written all over it.
Well, he had a snap over his head that time, and he turned and ran towards the end zone to get it, picked it up, got off a 31-yard punt when it looked like there was nothing there to be had. Good athletic play there by Carter.
Fairfield 14, Hamilton County 0. That's after 1. Score brought to you by All Stars and Stitches. Stop by and see Big Dave and ask about that incredible $5 T-shirt deal. That's All Stars and Stitches. Chester 15. Pardon me, that's a wrong score. Fairfield 14, Hamilton County 0. That's after 1.
I'm still looking for Mark Torres to go on a post pattern anytime and score a touchdown. Call it.
Cruz Hayes will line up in the backfield as a blocking back. There he
goes.
Back to throw. Got Torres and over his head. Pardon, that was not Torres. That was Jesse Van Orbeck, and they had him for 6 points and just let him a little too much. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice play call there.
It's there. It's open. It's going to be open. They're stacking the line of scrimmage. They want to make us one-dimensional just like we've made them. It was there. Pass just a little bit over through.
9:45 to go, second quarter action. No score here. Both teams have moved the football, just nobody's put it in the end zone yet. Clay Kelly is a single back, rock from the shotgun. Wide outs, two near side, two far side. Here comes Clay Kelly. Cuts back in with some room and turns a corner and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third and long. Sparta's done a good job of stringing that play out to the outside and then converging and making the tackle. And it's going to bring up third down and long, 3rd and 10 for the Rangers.
You know what? Their defense is fast. They're physical. They're a little bit more physical than Sparta teams in the past. We're having a little bit of hard time getting to the edge, and credit their defense for playing well.
Rob Kirk, first-year coach, he served as an assistant 5 years, he told me, before the game with Dan Means. That's in Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah.
He got to see a lot of good football. Here's going to be Rockville reverse. Here comes Torres. And nothing doing. Sparta pursues it. Seth Ferguson. And on the solo tackle, it's going to bring up a 4th down and 9 as that play gained a yard. And Benton's going to have to punt it away from midfield.
He had a host of blockers in front of him. They just forgot to block somebody. And that one person they didn't block was the middle linebacker, and an excellent tackle made by him on Torres. Not an easy person to tackle.
Jesse Van Orbeck will punt it away. He stands back at his own 38-yard line. Anthony Carter deep for Sparta. Here is the snap. The punt is a good one. Good hang time. We'll take a Benton bounce. Carter catches it on the ground and goes down out to about the 39-yard line. Pickup of 20 yards on the carry. And Sparta takes over at the Benton, at their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Little defensive struggle here in the first quarter and a half. You're going to learn a lot about your team in these kind of games right here. You got a lot of young players, and you'll see what kind of guts they got. It's not going to come easy tonight. We've seen that so far, so they're just going to have to man up, play the whole game.
Andrew Porter's back in at the quarterback. I think we'll see him the rest of the game out. There's going to be a handoff to Ferguson. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Benton's done a much better job since the opening minutes of the game when Sparta was kind of running it down the Rangers' throat. Benton's done a good job. We thought the strong suit of this team would be defense. They've got 8 players back from last year, and they're still a young defense. They've got a host of juniors out there. It'll be Cordes from the shotgun. Handoff going to be to Ferguson. He's brought down on a nice tackle by Tristan Swagonski.
Excellent tackle. He got blocked to the ground, just stuck an arm out, grabbed the foot, got the running back down with one hand.
Tristan Swagonski, one of those juniors we talked about, 5'8", 180 pounds. That brings up a 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Sparta Bulldogs. 7 minutes to go in the first half and no score. Sparta pitched a shutout last week against Dupo. They've held the Rangers out for a quarter and a half. Portis from the shotgun. Split backs, Ferguson and Price. Back to throw is Portis. Wings it out, got a man, and incomplete. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and a punting situation. Kenny receiver was Sean Rogers. And we'll see if the Rangers can get something going here on the offensive side of the football. Benton has done a pretty good job. Had the ball down to the Sparta 12-yard line, I guess. Justin Benton had the ball deeper into Sparta territory. The Sparta has Benton territory.
Yeah. Sparta's first drive got them across the 50, but since then they haven't been back. Benton, it seems like they throw the ball almost down to the red zone every time. Shoots himself in the foot.
Here is Anthony Carter over his head again. Here comes Chase Owens may have recovered.
He did.
Chase Owens has it. And there's the first big turnover of the game right there. That ball went over his head, and Chase Owens, with the pursuit, out-muscled Carter for the football. The Rangers got a whale of an opportunity right here.
I'm wondering, is the heat, the humidity, everybody's sweating, their arms are sweaty, their hands, I'm wondering if that has something to do with these high snaps.
we've seen more tonight than you may see in an entire season. And Benton takes over 1st and 10 at the Sparta 22-yard line. Great opportunity for the Rangers here to capitalize on the turnover. And Justin, I think that's one thing. Is you think you've got to capitalize on this. You get a freebie here, a 1st and 10 from the Sparta 22. You got to get out here with some points.
Yeah, I think so. You know, as long as you let a team hang around. Now, granted, Sparta's no pushover, but as long as you let them hang around, you know, they're going to think they're just as good and they can hang with us and maybe win this game in the end.
Rock from the shotgun. Here's going to be Clay Kelly and a whistle on the play. Delay of game on the Rangers, and that'll move it back 5 yards. Too much time on the Benton Rangers. And then I'm push it back to the 27. Torres will split wide to the far side of the field. The ends are tight. Clay Kelly is a single back. Rock from the shotgun. Going to be Clay Kelly. Runs the same play with some room. Nice run that time by Clay Kelly. He pushes it past the 25 down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 5. And that'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Rangers. You got to believe that Benton's clearly in 4-down territory. It's off the 22-yard line. So 3 pops at it here from the 22 to pick up 10. Keep this drive alive. Here is Clay Kelly again. Turns the corner and still on his feet. Down near 1st down yardage. Nice run again by Clay Kelly.
Yeah, right now they're seeing something on that right side of the line that they're able to take a little bit of advantage of right there. They're pushing off the ball just a little bit better over there on the right side, so they're going to run over there until they can't do it anymore. That's two good positive plays in a row.
Kelly's got another gear too when he gets to that outside. So he clearly, if he turns the corner, we watched it last week at Carterville. He ran one back for 80 yards. 5.5 to play in the first half. No score. Benton threatening. Benton with a 3rd and 1 from the 12. Here's going to be a reverse to Torres. Torres turns the corner. Torres still on his feet. Still on his feet down near the goal line. Didn't get in, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Rangers.
Good hard run that time by Mark Torres. Shed a couple tacklers. He's athletic. He's big. He's strong. They're trying to get him the ball in open spaces. He broke a tackle in the backfield and a couple more while he was running. Almost got in for the touchdown. But I like his enthusiasm, and I like the way he's running the football with some intensity tonight.
After 1 quarter, timeout Sparta. This timeout brought to you by STD Ray & Sons Insurance in Benton. Let's catch you up on some scores. After 1 quarter, West Frankfort 7, Peavyville 0. Also, we'll tell you that Marion and Champaign Centennial in a weather delay in central Illinois, maybe an 8:30 start there, we're told. Fairfield 14, Hamco 0 after 1. Also, Heron leads Carbondale 17-7. Carmi-White County 7-0 over Hamilton County. That's after 1. So we'll keep you abreast of those scores as we go along tonight. Those updates brought to you by All Stars and Stitches. Stop by and see Big Dave and ask about that incredible $5 T-shirt deal. Also, the Benton Ranger Parents Club, who do so much for the Benton Ranger football team. They asked me to remind you that every game after every game, some business provides pizzas for the Rangers, and it was SI Restoration, located out of Aiken, Illinois. John Rose and Amanda Hill are the owners of that business, and a big thank you to SI Restoration for that kind gesture. We certainly like to talk about the good things the Benton Football Parents Club does. They do an awful lot with that team week by week during the season.
Hey, good arm on the cheerleader right there.
They're throwing frisbees, and they just wing one through the through the window. He's going to get my teeth fixed. That hits me in the mouth, and he couldn't hit me in the face without hitting me in the mouth. So, in any event, we're about to set back to action. 1st and goal for the Rangers. Rock, handoff. Kelly. Kelly is in. Touchdown, Clay Kelly. Clay Kelly in from 2 yards out. Clay Kelly, the junior, takes it in from 2 yards out. Benton on the board first. And the Rangers get a big touchdown here with 5:14 to go. Clay Kelly, a 2-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, after the field position game, you back Sparta back in our territory. They have to punt. We get the ball at 50-yard line, a couple big plays right there. Oh, actually, this was the drive off the bat snap. Excuse me. So you get good for the field position right off the bat. You take care of it, and now you got a little bit of momentum. Let's see what we can do.
It'll be Benton to try the point after. Hamilton Page will hold, and Caleb Bishop will try the point after. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and good. Kick is good. Line drive, but the bottom line is it went through the goalpost, and the Rangers lead it 7-0. So after a quarter and a half of no offense, or no, I shouldn't say no offense, no scoring. A lot of offense, no scoring. The Rangers on the board for 7-0, and it'll be interesting to see now how Sparta reacts. That's the first touchdown they've given up this year, Justin.
Oh, that's exactly right. Good point. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how they react. Will they come out with their heads down a little bit? Maybe Benton does a little onside kick right. He's got 5 minutes left. Sparta haven't moved the ball a ton. You know they're a little bit one-dimensional. Maybe throw a little onside kick in there. Maybe try to put your foot on their throat a little bit going into halftime right here.
I really like the way that Benton has approached this game. I even like going back to that 4th and 1 back in Sparta territory. I still think that was a good call. It's kind of showed, hey, we're here to play. We're going to do what we got to do to try and win this game. I thought it was an excellent call by the Benton coaching staff. Jesse Van Orbeck will tee it up for the Rangers. And deep will be Anthony Carter. We want to check the concession stand at halftime and see if Carter is selling popcorn, because he has done everything else for Sparta tonight. Run back kickoffs, run back punts. He's done everything for the Bulldogs tonight. Here's a low squib kick, and going to be Carter, loses a handle of the ball, and gets it back, but man, he took a whale of a chance there. He was like trying to field a ground ball. That football doesn't roll like a baseball, and it was squibbing around, and he finally made connection, but Benton had a chance right there.
That's got to be a bad feeling in your stomach when that ball's bouncing to you. You know you're not going to get a true hop on that. It never came up on him like he thought it was going to. It stayed down low, kicked it off his ankle, almost another turnover, and almost Benton with great field position, but Sparta starts on the 20. Let's see if we can hold them.
1st and 10, Sparta, 5:10 to go first half. Rangers lead at 7-0. Here's a handoff to Fry. Ferguson breaks tackles, gets into the secondary, and takes it down to the 33-yard line, pick up a 13. And the Rangers had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's one of those running backs, Justin, keep those legs moving, keep moving, trying to bounce forward. And he finally did and picked up 13 yards.
Yeah, as long as you're going to throw your arms out there as a defender and try to tackle him up high, your arms are going to bounce off. You got to get lower than the running back and drive through his hips, take him down to the ground by his legs. That's the way it has to be done. If not, he's just going to run you over and make you look silly out there.
4:50 to play, first half. Sparta with a 1st and 10 from their own 33. It'll be Andrew Cordes at the QB spot. Handoff's going to be to Carter, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Carter dropped back at the 32. Loss of 1 on the play. We'll wait and see the spot. We're going to spot him at the 32, loss of 1, and bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe get him the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Back at the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 4:10 to play in the first half. Benton leading at 7-0. Andrew Cordes, just a junior, highly touted quarterback for Sparta. Here's a handoff again to Ferguson, and not much doing again. Maybe out to the 35. Jeremy Claudfelder wants a timeout. I saw him run immediately to the official after that play. Benton will use their 2nd timeout, and this pause in the action again brought to you by our friends at SCD Ray & Sons Insurance, where they have served your insurance needs for 103 years. That's since 1911. Stop by and see John D. Aiken or Bob Ray, or give them a call, 439-7557. That's SCD Ray & Sons Insurance, serving all your insurance needs since 1911. And Justin, football is certainly a game of adjustments. Some of them you have to make on the fly, and you've got to believe Benton has made some key defensive adjustments, because what Sparta was getting that looked really easy in the first 5 minutes of this game, Benton's defense really has shored things up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at my stats right here. Ferguson's first 5 carries, he had 33 yards. Simpson, he's only got 23. So in his first 5 carries to now, they keyed on him a little bit. They know Sparta wants to make him their workhorse. Sparta's had to change some things up on the offensive side now. They've got their normal starting quarterback in where they hurt a hand, trying to open up the defense a little bit. So far, hasn't worked very well.
Quarters from the shotgun. Back to throw. Wings it out, and one-handed catch hauled in there by Ethan Gwynn. And he's finally pushed out of bounds and picks up first down yardage all the way down into Benton territory to the 46-yard line. That was a dandy little catch, one-handed grab out there by Ethan Gwynn.
Yeah, it sure was. And I watched him in pregame. He was big man with great hands. And once he gets ahead of steam going, I would hate to be in that third level of that defense right there.
So 1st and 10, and the ball in Benton territory at the 49-yard line. Sparta crosses midfield. Quarters again from the shotgun. Low snap, finally turns, picks it up, pitches out. Ferguson, and nothing doing. He's going to be dropped for a 1-yard loss. I want to remind you that Benton touchdown that was scored earlier brought to you by Edward Jones, located 112 North DuQuoin Street in Benton. Call financial advisor Tim Millenbein at 618-438-8690 for all your investment needs, or visit online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. 3:15 to go, first half. Ball spotted squarely on the 50-yard line. Benton leading it 7-0. Sparta, again from the shotgun, is Cordis. Back to throw. Lots of time. Looks, rolls to his left. Still on his feet. So throws it out of bounds, out of play. And good defensive pursuit by the Benton Rangers as everybody covered, and Cordis has to throw that one away.
Good decision that time by Quarters. Nothing open downfield. Didn't want to force it. Still got a lot of time here to try to move the football down and get you a score before half. So what's he do? Just dumps it out of bounds. Good heads-up, smart play by your quarterback.
A little flash lightning back in the northwest. We hope that doesn't turn into something that shuts us down here. We'll keep an eye on that. Some weather is supposed to move into the area later on tonight. We hope it's after 10 o'clock, perhaps. Quarters from the shotgun. Single out is Rogers to the near side of the field. Here is Quarters back to throw. Looking for Rogers. Wings it out. Going for the home run ball here. Rogers, and incomplete. Good defensive pursuit that time by Trey McDaniel.
Yeah, he was right with it.
And it'll bring up 4th down and 11. And we'll see what Sparta opts to do here. We're still with 2:49 to go. Benton with 1 timeout remaining.
Carter is back there to punt, so I do believe they are going to punt, try to in deep, make them go the length of the field in the last 2 minutes, 49 seconds here in the first half.
Trey McDaniel will be back to field the punt for the Rangers. He stands back at his own 14-yard line.
Yeah, let's watch the snap here, too.
Carter booms this one away, and McDaniel loses a handle on the ball, and Sparta has it. Unbelievable. McDaniel never got a handle on it. Ran up to field the ball, and it came off his hands, and it squirts loose. And Sparta recovers, and Sparta has got something going here with a 1st and 10 from the Benton 10-yard line. 12-yard line, so they can actually get a first down without getting a touchdown. The Rangers defense will have to try and do the job here. Benton leads at 7-0 with 2.5 to play in the first half. Benton scored on a Sparta turnover. Can Sparta return the favor? Here's Portis, handoff to Ferguson. Ferguson still on his feet, and touchdown. Ferguson. Seth Ferguson takes it in from 12 yards out, and turnover by the Rangers lost dearly as Benton, after the punt, on the fumble on the punt, gives Sparta excellent field position, and they return They take it in from 12 yards out, Seth Ferguson, at the 2:22 mark of this first half. And Sparta will try the point after kick. It will be Will Price. Will Price, and holding will be Trey Greer, who, remember, was quarterback earlier. Snap is low. Greer in trouble and pitches out and brought down by McDaniel. So they fail on the point after. But Sparta gets on the board, and where our score with 2:22 remaining is 7-6. So 2 turnovers, 1 on each team, have played big in this scoring here. Has played the only scoring here in the first half, Justin.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall if I've ever seen so many bad snaps. The weather has to have something to do with it. I know it's hot. I know there's sweaty out there. So it's small things you got to get corrected right there. And on the punt, if you have any doubt in your head, you got to just let the ball drop, get away from it, instead of trying to make a big something out of nothing right there. I think McDaniel will learn from that. He's a good football player, and he's a smart kid. So I look for him to get another shot and do something with it, maybe here in the second half.
Some lightning delays in other places, Nashville and CZR. Nashville leading that game 14-7, and a lightning delay there. So Sparta will kick off to Benton with 2:22 remaining in the first half. It will be Will Price. Will Price will kick it off. Justin Van Orbeck and Mark Torres back deep for the Rangers. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded, and the Rangers muff it again. It's picked up this time by Van Orbeck, and he'll go down to about the 30-yard line. So Ben will take over with 1 timeout remaining and 2:15 on the second quarter clock. Benton will take over from its own 29-yard line, 2:15 remaining, and 1 timeout. Benton has shown the capability of going long. They hit Cruz Hayes earlier on a big pass over the middle.
Yep, I'm still looking for Torres to break free, break one here up the middle, and use his athletic ability to score another one.
It'll be Clay Kelly's a single back. Caleb Brock from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Here's Rock looking over the middle. There is Torres. He may score. Torres, no flags on the play. Torres, a 71-yard touchdown pass completion from Caleb Rock, and just like that, the Rangers extend a 7-6 lead. Justin Wyant, maybe a little bit of profit in him as he called that one. Over the middle, it was Torres who took it in stride, and nobody within 15 yards of him as he crossed the end line. The goal line, and Benton leads at 13-6.
I've seen it coming, and it's been there all night long. I was just waiting for somebody else to pick up on it. Our coaching staff's pretty smart. They see what's going on out there. He's been open all night long, and he'll continue to be open even after that, I would say. There is nobody on this field that can match his athleticism.
Here's the snap. It's high. Hamilton takes back to throw it. Looks, swings it across the middle, and over the head of Jesse Van Orbeck. I'm not sure if that was a set play or if that was a bad snap. I'm not sure. But in any event, Page is a freshman quarterback on the sophomore team, and he knew what to do with it when he got a hold of it. So,
well, here's the deal. He's out there for a reason. He's the quarterback, and he's there in case something weird happens like that right there. The snap was a little bit high. He knew, okay, I'm not going to be able to get that down in time. I'm just going to pick it up. He made a good play, rolled out to his right. He had a receiver kind of open, overlet him just a little bit. But, hey, we're going to take the 13-6 lead right here. Be kind of happy with it. See, I'm still looking for that onside kick. You want profit out of it? I'm just for it right here.
28-0 is the score, Fairfield and Hamilton County. Benton will kick it off. And there's just a little breeze out there, the kind you feel when you think maybe some rain's getting ready to blow in here. It just feels like you can sense that the weather's going to change here. We hope after the game is over.
Well, you know what? I've been told all day that when that blows through, there's going to be a little cold front behind it. So that's one bright spot.
Absolutely. You're exactly right. It was somewhat like a sauna in this press box when we got here, and it hasn't changed much. Van Orbeck will kick it off. And Carter again is deep. Swift kicks high, takes a bounce, picked up by Rogers. Rogers gets to the middle of the field, runs into his own man, and going to be brought down. Good pursuit that time by the Rangers, and Peyton Smith wrapped him up and brought him down. And it'll be Sparta football at their own 37-yard line. We'll have a lot of scores coming your way in minute 56 on our Drake's Jewelry halftime report. We'll also get a word with both coaches at halftime. Travis Severin down on the sideline. He'll talk with Rob Kirk and with Jeremy Clodfelder at intermission about their thoughts on the first 24 minutes of play here. It'll be Cordis in the back, in the shotgun, back to throw. Wings it out, got Rogers, throws him short. Ethan Gwynn, was the intended receiver. The closest one to the ball, though, was Rogers, and he overthrew Gwynn. Gwynn's a big kid, 6'3" and 210. Justin and I were talking, 210, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like 225.
And he has, we watched him in the pregame, he's got extremely soft hands. When that ball's in the air, it hits him, it's a guaranteed catch. We saw that on that first touchdown they got.
1:51 to go in the first half. Rangers leading at 13-6. Cordis from the shotgun. Split backs are going to be Price and Ferguson. Wideouts, two near side, one far side. Here's Cordis back to throw. Under pressure, ball hit, and incomplete. Incomplete. Looked like for just a moment Benton might have a shot at that, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd down and 10.
Good pursuit. The defense has played well tonight. They stepped up, accepted the challenge so far here in the first half, even with the change in quarterback, the change of offensive philosophies. Halfway through the first half here for Sparta, they've accepted it, and they've adjusted well to it.
Big play here. Ben with a chance to get the football back. 1:46 to go in the first half. 3rd down and 10. It's going to be a passing play. Here is Cordis back to throw. Under pressure. Across the middle. Overthrown. Incomplete. And only 5 seconds off of the clock on that incomplete pass. Clock stopped at 1:41. And Ben will get it back as Sparta will have to punt it away.
You got the arm of Caleb Rock. You've got the receivers and the athletes around him. 1:41 is an eternity. And I think Sparta right now, a little bit back on their heels. Offensively, they're not having as much success as they did the first 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game.
It'll be Carter back to punt it away. He stands at his own 28 and nearly over his head again and nearly blocked. No contact. It will be fielded by Torres. Torres gets to the outside, crosses the 45 down to the 48. So he gives Benton really good field position. And boy, Torres is just an athlete. And you see him take off, you just kind of stop and your jaw drops because he just does something special.
If I'm quarterback, which I'm not, and I haven't been since my freshman year, I drop back, I'm looking at number 6. He is my security blanket. When I'm in trouble, I'm throwing it to number 6. We've seen receivers here in the past for Benton. You know, one that I played with, Brad Wilson, he was always open, even if he had 2 or 3 guys on it. He would find a way to go up and get the football. We've seen Mason Childers a couple of years ago. Just seemed like we know how to get the best out of our wide receivers in this spread offense we have that Jeremy Clodfelder has brought in here. We have the quarterbacks to run it. We have the athletes around. I think with a minute 30 left, you know, that's a lot of time for this kind of offense.
I want to remind you that Sparta has called a timeout. Timeout brought to you by SCD Ray & Sons Insurance, where they've served your insurance needs since 1911. Regardless if it's health, life, personal, or business insurance, SCD Ray will provide service quality and commitment. Stop by and see John D. Aiken or Bob Ray. We'll give them a call, 439-7557. And Justin, the Rangers with 90 seconds, one timeout, ball on the 48-yard line, 52 yards away for the Rangers. Benton to really set Sparta on its heels right here if they could score.
Yeah, and the thing we saw last week was the misuse their timeouts. Hopefully they're taking care of that little problem. We can see that right here.
Here's Rock back to throw. A lot of time over the middle. Got a man, Cruz Hayes. He catches it all the way down to the 21-yard line. Cruz Hayes. They're going to spot him at the 21. A pickup of 31 yards on that play, and the Rangers, clock stops as they move the chains for the first down. Now they wind it up with 1:20 to go. Lots of time. Benton still has a timeout. 1st and 10 from the Sparta 21.
Middle of the field is open all night long. Somebody run to the post. You're open. Number 1.
Rock back to throw. Got a man. Going to be Cruz Hayes again, and a first down pickup for Cruz. They will stop the clock with 1:02, and Benton's going to have a 1st and goal with a 1:02 to play.
Have a day out there. Cruz Hayes, Caleb Rock, and Mark Torres. You guys are making it look easy. I know it's not that easy, but with this offense, when you get open, the ball could be there.
Rock from the shotgun. Single back is Kelly. Here comes Kelly to the outside, trying to turn the corner. Got a blocker, cuts back in. Kelly's still on his feet. Down inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. Benton with one timeout, 42 seconds, so they'll stop the clock, and Benton will burn its last timeout. With 42 seconds remaining, and Benton will have a 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6. So Benton with 3 pops to get it in from the 6-yard line. And boy, Justin, if the Rangers could add another touchdown in here before halftime, they could really set Sparta back on their heels.
Yeah, not only that, we get the ball correct coming out of the locker room. So you're trying to go up 2 scores right here, and now you're trying to really put the pressure on Sparta on offense and defense. They've looked back on their heels ever since about midway through this quarter when Benton finally starts spreading the ball out, hitting their playmakers out in open space. And then you hit Clay Kelly up the middle for 6, 7, 8 yards. You get down as a defense. You feel like nothing you're doing is working. You're back on your heels. Before you know it, you're down 2 scores. And it feels like the night's going to be about over with for them. With this heat bearing down on you all night long, you can't get enough to drink. You just want to make them crawl in a hole and want to go home with your team.
13-6, Rangers lead at Benton, threatening with a 2nd down and goal from the 6. 42 seconds remaining. Benton with no timeouts remaining. We'll see what the Rangers do here. Clay Kelly will be the single back. Caleb Rock will be from the shotgun. Trey McDaniel splits far side to the near side. It will be Cole Richardson. Ends are tight. Here is Rock under pressure. Going to go down.
Get up.
Got to go down at about the 17-yard line. And the Benton coaching staff are saying, get up and spike the ball.
Hurry up, boys.
28 seconds and counting. Rock will line up under center and spike the ball. And that will stop the clock with 19 seconds remaining. 19 seconds remaining. It's going to bring up 4th down, so Benton's got 1 pop at it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure I like the spike play right there. I understand if you got, you're in single digits on seconds, but we had like 25 seconds when he got up to the line. Now you're faced with a 4th and 17 instead of having 2 plays to get it.
Actually, 4th and goal from the 17, because no first down here. It's either a touchdown or it's give the ball back. Here comes the defense. Rock throwing, got a man, Van Orbeck, touchdown. Touchdown Rangers, 17-yard touchdown strike. Caleb Rock to Jesse Van Orbeck, and the Rangers tack on 6 more and lead it 19-6.
Wow. Quick strike offense. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we knew they were capable of when we went to Carterville last week. It just seemed like every time they did something, it stalled out. Not tonight, though. They're executing. They're getting some blocking up front. Big arm of Caleb Rock. He's got time all night long finding 6, 7 different receivers now, a couple of them for touchdowns.
And Benton will go for 2 here, leading at 19-6. 13 seconds remain in the first half. Benton tries this point after, trying to get him to jump. Now they won't. Now loose football. Rock has it. A lot of room in front of him. Wings it out. 2-point conversion is good. That's good. Cruz Hayes on the 2-point conversion, and the Rangers lead it 21-6, 21-6 with 13 seconds. Justin, you're still wanting an onside kick with 13?
I just think they're down. They're down. They don't want to come back on the field right now. They're onside one, hit it off the line with his chest, get the ball back with about 10 seconds, throw one deep, score a touchdown.
We just scored, and there's 13 seconds, and Justin's wanting to go for the onside. Let me just say this, Justin. It's a good example that if Justin Wyant ever gets in a fight with you, knocks you down, you expect a good kick.
Yeah, listen, I'm playing that. I'm playing that at 15 right now. I'm onside every play. I'm trying to score 75 points.
It's 21-6. Rangers lead it, and a lot to smile about here at Tabor Field. 21-6, Benton on top here. And the Benton offense has really found its stroke here in the second quarter. It was 0-0 at the end of one, and Benton's put 21 points on the board. No kid touched.
Man, did that hit him?
As Carter loses a handle on it, and now he's brought down way back in the backfield. And 7.8 seconds remaining. That had disaster written all over for Sparta. That ball, I believe, hit that up back when it went by because it swept the other direction. And then Carter tried to field it on the ground. That Sparta remains in possession of the football.
I'll tell you what, if Dan Horvath had just a little bit better aim, he could almost hit that thing so hard it could come right back to him. And I would look for that. I mean, they're squibbing it right at that up back, that up lineman. So they have to be heads up if you're on the up front line for Sparta. That ball hits you right in the chest.
We'll see if Sparta tries to air it out here one play, or if they're going to just take a knee and go on in at 7 seconds. I'll say they'll probably throw her down the field. They got everybody in tight, though. No, they're under center, and they're going to take a knee. They say, hey, we've had all we want for this half. Let's regroup and do it again. And the Benton football team, Benton Rangers, leave the field, much to the delight of their fans who give them a big ovation as they leave the field. Benton hangs 21 points on the board in the second quarter and lead this game 21-6. Travis Severin down on the sideline. We're going to wait on him while we're waiting on him to connect with Coach Rob Kirk of Sparta. Justin, your thoughts on the first half?
It was a game of struggle early on the defense or on the offensive side. Couldn't get much going. Defense played well in the humidity out here. I think once everything got loosened up, Ben was able to spread it a little bit. They were able to hit wide receivers up the middle, down the sideline, and open it up for the running game right down the middle. I like what I saw intensity-wise out of the Rangers. Travis right now is getting ready to hook up with Sparta head football coach. Travis, why don't you go ahead and take it away, buddy?
Right, I'm down here with Coach Rob Kirk right now, head coach of the Sparta Bulldogs. Coach, give me your thoughts on the first 24 minutes of the game.
Well, we have to defend the seam route. Benton is doing a great job getting the ball out quickly and getting it to their best players. So we're gonna try to match up and do a little bit better job personnel wise and take it from there.
Coach, of the scoreless after one, Benton Reynolds off 21 there in that second quarter. You were able to get a touchdown after a muff punt. What's the main thing you talked to him at the half about?
Field position is going to be the key. I mean, we did the same thing with our fumbled long snap on the punt team. So field position is key in high school. We got to go back. We got to be able to control a lot of scrimmage and take it from there.
The first possession of the third quarter when Benton gets the ball.
Absolutely. Hey, it'll be good to continue to play good defense, except for the one play, and try to, like I said, try to get back to controlling the line of scrimmage for us on offense and take it from there. See how it goes. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You heard him, guys, trying to control the line of scrimmage. And let's face it, there in that second quarter, Rock had time, and he was able to expose our secondary, throw 3 touchdowns, threw the ball over the field. We put 21 points on the board, and it was a lot different second quarter than first quarter, guys.
Hey, Travis, you're down on the sideline, and certainly a different-looking Benton team, but they have found something through the air, and you've got to give an awful lot of credit. A lot of kids catching the ball, spreading it around, but Caleb Brock's just a junior, and his first varsity experience, his first down of varsity experience last week, so he's relatively a newcomer to this Friday night football, but what a great job thus far.
Hey, let's talk about this. How about the offensive line, guys? The offensive line giving him time, and Rock's been throwing darts around the field. That 71-yard touchdown to Mark Torres was beautiful. Cruz Hayes with some great catches. So, a lot of guys, but I'm telling you right now, as things progress, look for Hayes and Torres, and those guys are playmakers. And when they get the ball, it just opens things up. Kelly had more room to run the ball because they're worried about the edge and the guys that we've got. You heard him say we've got to cover the seam. Coach Kirk just said it, but a great second quarter for Benton. You couldn't ask for a better second quarter. You're up 21-6 at the half. You get the ball to start the third quarter. That's huge.
Travis, a lot of weather delays. We're getting Carbondale and Heron down at Carbondale. Murphy, they think, might be getting it next, and they've scored to the Central Illinois also. Nashville also is in a weather delay. So we're fortunate so far, but we may dodge a bullet, maybe not.
Jim, they've already said a couple games. Chris was just telling me, Buckethead here, some games. There's a CZR Nashville tomorrow now. Yeah, CZR in Nashville is 11 o'clock tomorrow. There's a Lightning Day in Murfreesboro and Nashville. All the games to our west are pretty much being either weather delays or they're canceling them. So the fifth quarter could be interesting. I mean, Centralia, I don't know if you guys heard Centralia, they only played the first quarter. They were up 28-0, and they called it final.
So it'll be interesting, but that's one thing. We can control a lot of things on Friday nights, Travis, and we can control what happens at Applebee's. We can't control Mother Nature. We learned that a long time ago, so whatever it is, it is.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll roll with it, but we look forward to having a big crowd out there, and let's just hope the Rangers can come out here in the third quarter and keep the momentum going. I mean, I was listening to you guys the last few minutes there as getting ready for the halftime interview with Coach Kirk, and there was excitement in your voices. It was exciting to see. I mean, Rock is firing the ball around like a dart, man. These guys are catching it. I'm very impressed, though, just watching it from the line of scrimmage aspect. I try to watch that a lot. They're holding their blocks. They're giving him some time, and what a difference a week makes between the line of scrimmage play from Benton this week and last week.
Absolutely. I think even from the line of scrimmage on defense, in one game that Benton started out a little rocky and started running the ball kind of right up the gut, and Benton made some adjustments. So just overall a good first half of play, particularly that second quarter when Benton hung 21 on the board. And Travis, again, great job on the sidelines.
Yeah, if I could just throw this in, too. I was on the sideline, and when we muffed the punt and they went in and scored, I watched Claude, and he said, we're fine, relax. And it was good to see that from a coach. Hey, so what? They got 6 points on us. We gave them great field position. He said, just relax. And look what we came back and did. We came back and scored a couple touchdowns. So I'm proud of the way the kids played. And don't let me forget to get this in, that Ben's Lawn Service, 605 North Main Street in Benton, brings you our halftime coaches report. Ben's Lawn Service is your exclusive Skag power equipment dealer in Southern Illinois. For more than 30 years, Skag Power Equipment has manufactured simply the best commercial riding, stand-on, and walk-behind mowers that money can buy. If you're looking for the best built, highest quality, best cutting commercial mower, stop by Ben's Lawn Service, 605 North Main Street in Benton, or give Ben a call at 435-5296. That's Ben's Lawn Service. They bring you our coaches' halftime report here on Benton Ranger Football on Q106, guys, and I'll give the halftime show back to you guys.
Thank you, Travis. We'll see you at Benton West City Applebee's a little later. He'll be anchoring that program from Applebee's tonight. Be sure to join us after the game. We'll have lots to talk about. They got those half-price appetizers after 9 o'clock, so it should be a fun time out to Benton West City Applebee's tonight on our fifth quarter program where you'll get all the scores first. Let's get a break in, and we'll come back. You're tuned to Benton Ranger football action here on WQRL. We're at halftime where the Rangers lead it over Sparta by a score of 21-6. Back to Tabor Field after these messages.
At Subway, we're seriously into veggies, just like you. So we get right to work every morning, selecting the best ones, rinsing, slicing. With this cool, crisp, colorful rainbow, your sandwich comes to life before your very eyes. A one-of-a-kind creation just bursting with flavor. We're all about finding unique veggies. And not just the expected, all kinds, like spinach and red onions. So come in and get your veggie on at Subway.
If you want a huge selection without a huge price, get to Weeks in Benton for the model year-end clearance event going on now. 2015s are arriving daily, so we must move all remaining 2014s. Find the vehicle you want at a price you can afford with 7 brands to choose from. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Polaris, and Victory motorcycles. Now is definitely the time to buy, as there will be huge deals on all 2014 models. That's Weeks in Benton, north of town but south on the price.
Hi, I'm Travis Severin, sales manager for U.S. Bank Home Mortgage in Southern Illinois. We all know how important it is in football to have great coverage in your secondary And we feel the same with U.S. Bank Home Mortgage. In Southern Illinois, if you're buying your first home or anything in between, we've got you covered. If you live in Southern Illinois, our team has you covered with Becky Clifton in Centralia, Karen Pelker in Mount Vernon, Nani Moore in Benton, and Kathy Lober and Carla Grant in Marion. With the variety of loan programs we offer, coverage is our specialty. U.S. Bank Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it's time to make sure your teeth are in healthy condition, call Dr. Simpson, DDS in Benton to schedule your appointment or your child's appointment. Regular cleaning and checkups are part of maintaining your teeth for a comfortable, healthy smile. And if you're looking to brighten your smile, Dr. Simpson offers whitening too. When your teeth need cleaning, filling, crowns, bridge work, whitening, and more, call Dr. Simpson to make an appointment. 439-4364. That's 439-4364 for Dr. Simpson, DDS in Benton.
Everyone has a lunch special, but what's special about it? At Mr. D's, you get great food at the best price, like the burger combo. A hearty, tasty burger, fries, and a drink for only $4.39. That's right, less than $5 for a full meal. Now that's special. Mr. D's has all of your favorites, from chicken strips with gravy to chili dogs to savory barbecue, even a tilapia fish sandwich. Wash it down with your favorite drink like a blueberry Mountain Dew or a milkshake or ice cold Pepsi. Try an ice cream cone for dessert. Mr. D's Drive-In on North Main, Benton.
You need a law firm who is willing to go and fight for you, whether you're in a divorce, accused of a crime, or if you've been injured in an accident.
I'm Brian Drew. My brother Jason and I's law firm was built on and continues to be run on fighting for our clients. We'll fight for you all the way through trial, be it in front of a judge or jury, whatever it takes. From Cairo to Effingham, from river to river, we're here for you. No case is too big, no case is too small. If it matters to you, then it matters to us.
Because when it really matters, hire Drew and Drew. Call 439-9406 or online at drewlawgroup.com.
Back to Benton Rangers football on your high school sports connection, Q106.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. Glad to have you alongside tonight. Benton leads it here at halftime, 21-6. Our halftime report brought to you by Drake's Jewelry, 1204 Public Square in Benton, your hometown jewelry store. Regardless of the occasion, Drake's Jewelry is the place to go for that special gift for that special person. Check out the new brands at Drake's Jewelry that include Rhythm of Love pendants, the diamond that moves with her heartbeat, more than 50 styles to choose from, and beginning at only $79. That's Drake's Jewelry. They bring you our halftime report here on Benton Ranger football. And wow, what a first half we got to see. 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, and the Rangers hang 21 on the board in the second quarter and lead it here 21-6. Justin Wyant alongside. Justin, let's look at some halftime stats.
First, let's go over Sparta. It's not quite as exciting as the Benton stats. We'll save the excitement for the second part of this. Ferguson on the night, 15 carries, 68 yards on the ground, one 12-yard touchdown. Carter also put in 3 carries for 19 yards, and Price had 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving, Price had 1 reception for 1 yard. Lynn had the 1 reception for that 26-yard touchdown, giving them a total of 27 in the air and a total of 88 on the ground and 1 touchdown via Ferguson on the 12-yarder. Their quarterback duo are 2 for 10 on the night with the Price reception and the Glenn reception. So obviously not a passing team. They'd like to run the ball a little bit more than they have, but after that first drive, it looks like they're going to stop the run and make them do the passing game a little bit. Let's move over to the Benton side. Kelly on the night, 7 carries, 15 yards. He does have a 1-yard touchdown run. Caleb Brock has a few carries via the long over-the-head snap, which I'm not going to tell him the total on that. Kulik has 1 carry for 8. Torres has 2 carries for 11 yards. Receiving is where I want to get to in passing because it so far it's been a career night for a few people. Number one, Caleb Brock, we haven't seen a halftime performance like this in a number of years. He is 11. He is let's see, what is he, 1, 12, 11 for 13 in the air, Jim, for 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mark Torres, 171-yarder. He has 2 receptions for 76, 1 via the touchdown, 71 yards. Owens has 1 reception for 10. Golfinet, one reception for 6. Van Hornbeck, 1 touchdown reception for 17 yards. Cruz Hayes made some outstanding catches in the first half. He had 3 big ones for 68 yards. I look for him to get in the end zone in the second half. which gives us a total of 187 yards in the air for a first-half performance for your junior quarterback. You can't ask for much better than that right there.
11 for 13, Justin, and I think the thing that stands out to me, too, is the way he's distributing the ball. It's not just one guy he's going to over and over. He's got several guys out there and hasn't hit a ball yet. There's some more out there that can catch the ball. Good to see Jesse Van Orbeck get in the offense with that touchdown pass, and we know that Cole Richardson can catch the football. We saw he had a couple nice receptions at Carterville last week, so the passing game really certainly kicking on all cylinders for the Rangers thus far.
And I think with that happening in the second half, Sparta in the back of their minds got to be thinking pass. So the runs up the middle by Kelly and Cooley could be open. We could see a little bit more of a ground attack by Ben here in the second half. Get that clock moving just a little bit. Get out of this heat, humidity with a W as soon as we can. Get back over there to Applebee's where we're going to be doing the fifth quarter show, and me and Severin are probably going to fly down on halftime appetizers. Probably about one of each or whatever they got to start with. So it's going to be a fun night. Come on out and join us via the radio, 106.3, or just come on out to Applebee's physically and join us. It will be fun. We've got the stereo system going to be cranked up out there. We're going to be telling everybody the scores of all the games. You know, assuming we have games in Southern Illinois tonight. A lot of them are delayed by the weather, so it should be a fun second half and a fun rest of the night.
We'll catch up where we're at. Heron and Carbondale under weather delay. 24-14. Heron leads that right now. Also, some other games. It is halftime score: Pinckneyville 14, West Frankfort 13. That is a halftime score of that matchup tonight. Pinckneyville and West Frankfort. That is at Pinckneyville. That is at West Frankfort. And, let me go back again. That's at Pinckneyville tonight. Also, Cecil Belier and Johnson City, they're in a weather delay there tonight. Murfreesboro and AJ are in a weather delay. Tom Balding sends me a message, 28-0 Fairfield over Hamilton County at half. Some other scores we're looking at, DuQuoin leads Harrisburg 6-0 at the half. So some of those games still moving along. So we'll keep you abreast of those scores as we get them. And so far, nothing here. A little bit of heat lightning back in the northwest, but nothing that would stop the game thus far. No street lightning here yet in Benton. So we'll get this one underway in the second half with Benton leading 21-0. And Justin, one more quick question for you, and one more quick thought for you. Certainly, it looked like this game was headed for a defensive struggle, and all of a sudden, it's like the floodgates opened as Benton hung 21 on the board in that second quarter. So Benton found something. You talked about it several times over the middle, and they certainly capitalized on that.
Yeah, I could see it from up here easily. They were keying on the edges, and they were keying on stopping the run, but anything in the direct middle between the hash marks was open. Now, of course, Sparta's going to go in. They're going to talk to their players. They're going to correct that. You got to look for some other players to step up now. Maybe Golfinette has a bigger half. Maybe Van Horbeck has a bigger half receiving. Maybe Owens has a bigger half receiving. You got to think they're going to try to stop Torres. They're going to try to stop Hayes. Kelly could have a big half here. He could get to that 100-yard mark pretty quick with them keying on the receivers. So a lot of things could happen here. Now you got that 3-score lead. Now you just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal, and hopefully you don't take a quarter or something off here if you're Benton, and let Sparta back in the game. You're going to get the ball here to start the second half. I fully expect Coach Jeremy Clodfeller to put his foot on the pedal and try to get as many points as he can quickly.
And just been told by Benton High School Principal Mark Miller that we are in a weather delay here at Tabor Field.
Yeah.
Started at 8:21. Every time you see any lightning at all,
30 minutes.
You mark it up 30 minutes. So the players are heading back onto the field, but they will not get there. We're going to keep it here as Travis is going to catch up with Coach Clodfeller. We'll get his thoughts, but we are in a weather delay here at Tabor Field tonight, so we'll wait and see how this transpires. If they depends on how long that lasts, what kind of system's rolling through, whether they go ahead and wait it out here tonight or get together again tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow sometime and finish this one out. The Benton players are now told to leave the field, and Travis Severin is on the sideline with Benton coach Jeremy Clodfeller. We'll send it down to you, Travis.
Thank you. And we're listening to Coach Miller, Coach Clarksville right now. Game is temporarily suspended. We'll talk about that in a second. Give me your thoughts on the first 24 minutes, Coach.
Well, it wasn't pretty at all. I mean, I thought our defense played okay early on. Gave up some just runs downhill. We got to shore up. But, I thought we went on a nice drive here, and we overcame one snap over our head. Then we snap it over our head again, and it's a drive killer. But I like the way we handled the last 3 minutes of the half. We used our timeouts wisely. Defensively played pretty well and made some plays. Caleb's throwing the ball really well, and guys are going and getting the ball.
This coach, he's got time tonight.
Yeah, pass protection's been pretty good. It's the run blocking stuff we got to get fixed. We're having a hard time getting the ball run downhill, and that's an issue and a concern of mine. And I like to run the football. I want to get on the edge with zone. I want to get downhill, run power, and trap and GT. And we're not having the ability to do that right now. And it's pretty frustrating. But from a pass pro standpoint, he's got time. He's setting his feet in there, and he's making pretty good decisions. Great read on the ball to Jesse there for the touchdown right before the end of the half. So he's doing a nice job.
We'll go back to last week. Last week we stalled on the 1 yard line to end the half. Tonight, better clock management. Van Horvath makes a great touchdown catch at the end zone. Rock with, I believe, great thrown ball. He's always happy with that.
Well, those things we got to go short up and work on. Last week like you said, we stalled down there. That was inexcusable, and that's on everybody. That's on players, coaches. I'll point the finger at me way before I point the finger at everybody else. So, it was an okay half. We can do some better things, and we probably ought to have another score up there, and we don't, and it's frustrating right now, but it's our ball, and we'll focus on coming out and trying to go down and score.
The weather here, what do you think is going to happen to this?
I don't know. I'm not a weather man, but I'll tell you this. I noticed it kind of early on and said something, and they said, I think their thought it was heat lightning, and we looked at the radar inside, and it looks way north of us, Mount Vernon and beyond, so I don't anticipate it being long. Hopefully it'll move on through, and we'll get out here and play.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thanks, guys.
Heard it. He's hoping it's just heat lightning, guys. But are you two watching the radar up there?
Yeah, we are. We're seeing the radar right now. It's building intensity right behind us, and it looks like we could be under a little bit of a lengthy delay. I mean, I'm not a weatherman by any means. All I do is type up on my iPhone here the app, and it does it for me, Travis. I mean, I'm not that smart, so I'm waiting on this thing to load. It looks like it does have some intensity behind it. I just want we can play this game. It looks like a lot of what's that?
Should I be off the field?
We're under weather delay, Travis. Remove yourself from the field.
All right, let me throw this at you real quick so don't forget. Ben's Lawn Service, 605 North Main in Benton. Brings our halftime coaches report. Ben's Lawn Service, your exclusive Skag Power Equipment dealer in Southern Illinois. For more than 30 years, Skag Power Equipment has manufactured simply the best commercial riding, stand-on, or walk-behind mowers that money can buy. If you're looking for the best built, highest quality, best cutting mower, stop by Ben's, 605 North Main Street in Benton, or give him a call, 618-435-5296. That's Ben's Lawn Service. They bring you our coach's halftime report here on Benton Ranger Football, Q106. So, Jim, since there's a weather delay, what the heck do we do? Do we sing karaoke, or what do we do for 30 minutes?
We are going to send it back to the studio in just a moment. And we had an entire row below us clear out a moment ago and said, hey, we're heading to the radio. So we're going to have a big listening audience as a lot of these guys are leaving Tabor Field and heading for the 106.3. So we'll welcome them in if we get this thing in a little bit later on. But that remains to be seen. So all we can do right now is tell you we're in a weather delay. It was about 8:21 when high school principal Mark Miller came and talked with us. And the thing you look at when you look at the radar, it looks like everything is west of here, but and south of us. But I know Centralia has already called the game. Nashville CZR has been called. Carbondale and Heron's in a weather delay. Murphy and AJ's in a weather delay. So there's a lot of schools around here that are in a weather delay, and I think a lot of this is. It's probably just precaution, and I think rightfully so. After the young man from Carbondale was killed a couple of years ago, that situation where they thought the lightning was maybe 10, 12 miles away, it got him. So certainly that's something I'm sure that all these officials are very concerned about. Well, I know.
I don't think you can be too overly protective when it comes to that. I mean, like you said, the IHSA has made a very strict stance on it. I just heard the coaches talking about it. Football can wait, lives can't.
Well, I was going to say, Travis, from umpiring baseball over the years, they changed that rule, and that kid in Carbondale got struck by lightning in a track competition over there. And what it used to be is, anytime you see lightning Okay, you get them off the field. Now it's anytime you see lightning or hear thunder, it's 30 minutes. And every time during that 30 minutes, if you see or hear it, 30 minutes starts over. So that's why I say this could be a long night. And if it is, stick by your radios. Maybe today. It might be tomorrow. But hang with us. We're going to bring you Ranger football.
Well, I just got a text message from Ashley back at the station that said the radio station radar, which is much better than ours, and it indicates that it's clear in our area, and no radar indicating lightning strikes in our area. But as we said, we saw some heat lightning back in the northwest, and I think that's got a concern there that something could be in the works. So they have called this game as far as a weather delay right now. We'll wait and see how things pan out.
I just heard the coaches talking down here, Jim. They said they're hoping that's just heat. Because if you can see the front that's coming, tomorrow, the high is supposed to be like 72 in our area. So they're hoping it's just something brewing. Maybe it's just some heat lightning, that it's not, actual. I'm not going to try to be Nick Housen here, but there's a difference between heat lightning and the other kind of lightning, which I'm kind of really stupid trying to explain it right there. But anyway, they're hoping it's just heat lightning. Sorry for blowing that.
We're going to wrap it up here for right now. We are under a weather delay here at Tabor Field. We'll bring you up to speed again. 21-6 is our score. Benton in the lead. The Rangers hung 21 on the board in the second quarter and lead it here 21-6. We're at halftime. When we return to action, it'll be Benton football. Sparta kicking off to Benton to begin third quarter play. But right now we are under a weather delay that began at 8:21, and we'll keep you updated on that as we move along. So right now, we're going to send it back to the station, and we'll keep you abreast as we learn what's going on with what's happened here at Tabor Field. So for right now, back to the station as we're in this weather delay here at Tabor Field.